So I needed something fun to do. I've been watching some Hallmark movies with my daughter and working on some lesson plans for you guys. And I needed my brain to be creative. So I thought, oh, I'm going to work on an art lesson and then I can do it too. You know how much I like to do the art lessons with you guys. So this one has to do with spring. If you have this paper, we're going to be working on this. If you already completed, that's okay. I actually put it back up online again if you want to print off and follow along. You may, or you can just watch the video and not do the paper again. But we are going to be working our way through this paper in this lesson. All right. And what else you might need? Do you remember these little things I got you for Christmas? Well, if you still have it and you know where it's at, or you have another one because maybe you didn't take it to Tennessee with you, then you may grab crayons, markers. I'm going to use paint because I love to water paint. So that's what I'm going to use for this. But if you would like to use markers or crayons because that's what you have, that is fine too. All right, so what I'm going to do is stick this up and get ready for us to water paint. And then I have a book for us to read about the days of spring. And then I have a fun activity that's going to get you moving outside for me, okay? If it's nice outside, then I want you outside getting fresh air. That's part of your assignments this week. Get some fresh air. And I hear the weather's going to turn nice again. Today it's really rainy and drippy outside. This morning at my house it was pouring rain. But remember, April showers bring May flowers. And although we still have, today's the 28th, we still have about 4 more days left in March. April's just around the corner. So April showers bring May flowers. We need the showers in order to get the flowers. Although when we go outside here in a little bit, you're going to see the flowers around my house that are trying to come up. Lots of them. And the weeds. The weeds always come with the flowers. All right, so let me set this up here on my board so you can see. All right, put it there. All right, and I'm gonna move you in a little closer so you can see the picture. All right, so I have my water for my water paint, my paint, a brush, and my napkin, of course, or paper towel to clean the brush. All right, so we're going to start with our number 1. So let's sound this out. The first letter is a P. What colors start with P? Well, pink, but it's not pink because it's too long for pink. Purple. Purple. So all the number 1s are purple. So I see a number 1 here. I see a number 1 here. I see a number 1 there. See if you can find all the number 1s on your paper. Okay? Then I'm going to get my paintbrush out. This is brand new for me. I haven't gotten into my little pack. And put the water on the purple. Smear it around, smear it around, smear it around, smear it around. Smear it around. All right. Okay, I think I got some good color on my paintbrush. And then I'm going to paint in the lines. Okay, not going past the lines. Try that again. Need some more water. These are brand new paints. Sometimes that takes more water. Okay, and across it goes. Okay, so there's my one nice purple flower. Oh, that's pretty. I like how these paints work. Wow, these are really cool. All right, now we're going to work on our next purple flower. Make sure you put enough paint on there to make it, I like mine to be purple, purple. Purple is my favorite color. And I like bright purple, things that are bright, bright, bright purple. All right, here we go with the last purple flower. Try to stay in the line. Sometimes it's really easy with a paintbrush to slip out of the lines. So take your time and go in the lines just right. Okay, and I'm going to add a little bit more water because I want a little bit better purple. I like my purples to be fantastic. Ooh, there we go. So God made all the colors of the rainbow, but the one that I think sticks out to me the best is purple. I just love it. And I like bright purple. I don't like dull purple, but I do like all the colors that God created. That's just my favorite. All right, we're gonna go to number 2. Drink some of my tea there. All right, number 2 starts with a Y. Y says yellow. All right, yellow, so looking for 2s. Here's a 2, there's a 2, there's a 2, there's a 2. Let's count how many flowers have 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if you look over here, what number is the butterfly? 2, so that's also a yellow. So 4 flowers that are yellow and our butterfly. All right, get lots of color on here. Sometimes if you're using water paint, the yellows are harder to see. So the key is the right combination of water and paint. And test it and see if you like it. Oh yeah, bright like the sun. Something that God made that's yellow besides tulips is the sun. All right, so here we go. All right. And one place that you can find lots of tulips is in the Netherlands, which is part of Europe. So if we went to the Netherlands or Holland, they grow many, many tulips. That's where we got our tulips from. So many, many beautiful tulips. That would be something you can look up this week for extra practice, is look up tulips in Holland on your computers or on your phones and see how many different kinds of tulips there are, how many different colors. It's one of the most beautiful flowers I think God created. I like roses too, but tulips are also pretty. All right, so there's 2 of them, our bright yellow tulips, adding a ray of sunshine to our rainy spring afternoon. All right, 1 more flower, and then we can't forget Mr. Butterfly over there. Now, this is a color by number, so it gives you certain numbers and you're supposed to color in them the certain color, okay? This is practicing self-government, all right? We talk about having self-government. This paper actually helps you to practice that because you can't color it any color you want. You actually need to stick with the rubric that it gives you, your code, okay? You can call it a code. Sometimes we don't want to follow a code. Sometimes God asks us to obey our parents and we don't want to. Well, this one is a good exercise to teach you to obey, even when the teacher can't see you, because I can't see you right now, but are you following the code colors? Okay? Good practice in self-government. And then Christian self-government, am I doing it the way Jesus would want me to? All right? Am I trying to stay in the lines? Am I trying to do my best work? Am I following the instructions that the paper says? Okay, in the way that Jesus would want me to. Remember, with the right attitude too. It's not just following instructions, it's also, do I have the right attitude? All right, here we go. So our beautiful yellow butterfly and our 4 beautiful yellow flowers. Then we're done with yellow. So then I clean my brush, tap it to get all the extra color out of it. All right, then we're gonna go to number 3. Starts with a G. What does G say? Green. Green, right? So all 3s are green. So this butterfly is green. The stems are green, or not stems, but leaves, and then the grass. Now, they did not color the stems green, or they didn't put a number. So what I'm going to say is you may. You may color the stems green. There is no 3 in there. That's okay. Maybe it was too tiny, or maybe they didn't want you to have to do that many 3s. I'm going to tell you, go ahead and do the stems green. That'll just make your picture look pretty, I believe. All right. So let me add some water to my green here. And I'm going to start with all the stems and the leaves. All right. There we go. And if you're not keeping up with me, that's all right. At the end of the video, you can go back and finish the things that you didn't get finished. All right. Go with all my stems. Down there. Need some more water. Go. And then we're going to start to do the grass. Some of the pokey grass up through there. Taking our time, going up through, getting the grass together. All right. I'm going to put a lot of green down here at the bottom. That's where you can paint a little faster, where you don't have all that spiky stuff. All right. Wow, it's really starting to look like a spring painting. Here we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's our green grass, our green leaves, our green stems. That leaves us with our last number. Oops, we almost forgot the green butterfly. Let me go ahead and get that in there. The butterfly over here was the green. Okay, there we go. Now we're ready for 4. So rinse that brush out, get all the green out. And 4. 4 is another P color, ink, pink. Right, so 4, we have 3 flowers and the bunny ears are pink. All right, and I have pink, but if you don't happen to have pink, but you have red, you could always substitute pink and red. All right, if you make your pink or your red not as dark, then you end up with a pink color anyway. All right, so here we go. We'll do our flower here. Ooh, look at that. Spring pink. We'll call it spring pink. All right. Okay, there's one. There's two. And here's my third pink flower. Beautiful, look at that, beautiful colors. And then don't forget your bunny ears. Okay, so there we go, our beautiful pink painted picture. All right, move my stuff out of the way so I don't knock it over on me. And I'm gonna bring my picture closer so you can see. Now, I did not do the bunny because it's supposed to be white, and we're gonna leave him a white bunny. Okay, one thing you could do that this does not tell you, but I give you permission, is the sky. If you want it to take time to do blue sky, let's pretend 5 is blue and that the sky would be blue, or number 5. But I want the bunny rabbit to stay white. Very good. All right, and like I said, if you did this picture before and you missed the instructions, that's okay. You can either redo it again by printing off a new copy or just not worry about it. All right, so I have a book here we're going to read called, are you surprised? Spring. All right. Now, our art usually takes place on Monday afternoon, so those of you that are getting online learning, you get to get a Monday afternoon art lesson today. So, yay for you, something special. It's springtime. Trees and plants are growing. Okay? With spring comes sunshine and rain showers. What would you wear to go out? Well, if it was raining, what would you wear? Probably a raincoat, rain boots. I know Asher has a raincoat that looks like a frog, so that's cool. Maybe an umbrella. If it's not raining, you might wear a sweater. Sometimes it's really hot and you can get away with a t-shirt. So you don't need to dress up in winter clothes for springtime. You start to get the cooler clothes back out again. And did you see all the tulips there? As a field of tulips. What can I do in the spring? I can go for a walk, a spring walk, okay? Because way up high in the bird's nest, the eggs are starting to hatch. And now you're getting little baby birds. And if you listen carefully, you might hear them tweet, 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 tweet. But if you're really loud, you're probably not going to hear them. All right? And the mommy birds are feeding them worms. Okay, and if you look down low on the grass, you might start to see more ladybugs. So here you can see they're dressed up in cooler clothing, light jackets, sweatshirts, not quite summer clothes yet. All right, and they're on a nature hike. They're looking for the birds in the tree, and down low the ladybug. Okay. At the lake, take time to feed the ducks if you're allowed to. Some lakes don't let you feed the ducks, or you have to buy certain bread to feed the ducks, okay? So let them nibble, but watch them swim and dive. And you should see lots of baby ducks out now too. Farm babies. Lots of farm animals have babies in the spring. The pig and the piglets, the lamb. All right, and this little boy is getting to feed the lamb with a bottle. So there's the piglets, and there's the little baby lamb. So cute, soft and cuddly. Hungry horses. It's a good time to take apples to the horses to munch and crunch, but make sure if it's not your horse, you always ask permission to feed the horses. Before you try. Now, if they're your neighbors and they know you and you feed their horses all the time, that's okay. Or if your grandparents have a farm, that's fine. But if you don't know the horse or the other animals, you should always ask permission. And when you feed a baby horse, you want to make sure you keep your hand straight. So when they eat off your hand, they don't nibble your fingers. They just nibble over the top. All right. Buy a pet. Would you like an animal of your own? Now, Ian has a bunny, I hear, and a lot of you have puppy dogs and kitty cats. But in a pet store is where you choose. And we have a fish in our class. We'll have to check with Miss Harrison to see how our fish is doing. And do you know what rabbits like to eat? Ian would be a good one to ask. Ian, what do you think rabbits like to eat? I think they like to eat marshmallows. Am I correct? Probably not. I think they like to eat lettuce and carrots, especially if it's Peter Rabbit. All right, so there's some bunny on that page, and this is another one. And radishes. I think Peter Rabbit liked to eat radishes and onions too. Busy in the garden. Spring is a good time for things to grow in the garden. So you should be getting ready to help your mom and dad get the gardens ready and plant your flowers outside. Planting some seedlings in a row and watching them grow. Here we go. So it's garden time. Make beautiful flowers come up for Easter. That'd be awesome. Teddy bear's picnic. Oh, here you go. It's fun to take your teddy bears into the yard for a picnic treat or invite somebody over for one. Well, we're not really allowed to invite people to our houses right now, but maybe you could do a virtual tea party. So you can have a friend connect on Zoom with you, and you could have a tea party with them. You have tea at your house, they have tea at their house, but you could talk to them and ask them questions and drink your tea and have some snacks. So virtual tea party. At the pond, you can see creatures swim and crawl, hop everywhere. So they're coming out of hibernation. The ponds are not frozen anymore. And so the little frogs are coming out of hibernation, and they're having their eggs now. The mommy frogs are getting their eggs out, and you can see them grow in the pond. So this is going to be a picture of them trying to catch animals around the pond. And then over here, you'll see a bunch of little frog eggs. It's like a bunch of little eyeballs. Mother's Day is coming in May. Woohoo! We give gifts to mom to celebrate. We're so thankful for our moms on Mother's Day, and that will be in May. Okay. All right, so those are things to do in the spring. So what I want to do is I'm going to take you outside into the churchyard here, and we're going to look at some things that are spring related that I have seen in the yard. Whoa, that's way too close. How about that? All right. So some things that I have seen that have reminded me that spring is coming, and I've just seen them this week. Last week they weren't here. They started popping out in 1 week. Amazing. All right, let's go out the door here, and I'm going to flip you guys over to, let's see. Well, now I don't see the place where I can flip you so you see the outside. So we'll just do it like this. All right, we'll come out in here. Now it's a little dark because, like I said, it was raining today. And so you can see the rain, but that is a sign of spring too. And then if you look up in my tree, okay, look up in this tree up here. See if I can get you closer to the tree and not the church. Look in and get really close here. And you can see the buds coming out on the tree, little white buds. And this tree is full. So within another couple weeks, it's just going to be full of leaves. And they were not on there last week. So that's amazing, that the way God works his seeds to come out of the trees, and they just come out in a great big pop. All right. Now here is our flower garden beside our church. And along with the flowers come weeds. So you can kind of see how the weeds are growing. That means we're going to have some work to do. Someone's going to have to come out here and fix the weeds. Yikes. Not me. Hopefully the youth will come out and do that for me. Hopefully. I might have to. I don't mind pulling weeds, but if they can do it, good for them. All right, and here's some pretty flowers that have been popping out. Of course, my favorite, the purple flower. See that? All right, so what I want you to do this week is go outside and take some pictures of things that you know remind you of spring. All right, and then you can submit them to me either on the submission button, or you can pop them on Cluster, or send them to my text or email. Pictures come through email, videos you can text because they do not. So find some things that you know are spring related and send me some pictures. All right, looking forward to see them. Bye.